I came across this book. I remember making you this book. It's honestly my masterpiece. I don't think I could do anything better. Harold Baumgarten, MD, Company A and B, 116th Infantry, 29th Division, landed first wave, wounded in action 5 times, 5th to the 7th of June 44. Never forget my buddies. And I never will. I'm reading this book at the moment. And there's the other books up there. Thank you and remembering Private Hal Baumgarten and all his buddies, 6th of the 6th, 44. Let's go on Dog Green, Omaha Beach. Today is the 6:30 a.m., 6th of the 6th, 2017, 73 years on, and we are free. Tubby boy, but great looking guy. Look at that. Amazing. And you telling me the story about Cecil and Hal, amazing. Hal Weber and Hal, Torquay, I've sat there. That was Brandon, he found it very difficult that day, or that morning, to comprehend. Both born on the same date. Superb. Look at the eyes. I got a big picture of that one in canvas. You never know what's going through their minds, you know? And that's where Hal was, 5 back on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back here. And these are the famous photos. I know you've seen this before and you've got a copy, but I'm going through it with you. It's amazing. And the funny thing with this one is I've always had a thing for 12:34 and 11:15. And I'm just like, wow. I said to Sarah, I said, that's 11:15. Great looking guy. Good looking young man. Good looking young man. Here's the greatest photo that Brandon will ever take. And like I told you before, that's my life. Faced with, I don't know. You had been there literally 6 months before. I always remember the story of you telling me that Hal didn't want to do interview. You said, no, you've got to speak to this girl. Amazing. Good looking young lady. Good looking guy. There's my my rock, my eternal. Amazing. Good looking guy again. And young lady. Did you know that he went out with this woman? It's amazing. And I'll always hold on to the fact of what Hal Jr. wrote there. Dear Mark, my dad would have appreciated your friendship. Thanks for your kind remembrance of my dad. Best wishes, Hal. Amazing. And in here I've got your letter to me. Amazing. Disappointed in the way this photo came out. I don't know why it came out blurry. One of the greatest photos ever taken of Hal, looking up at the tower, the defence. What it's missing there is the American flag. That was taken off an interview on TV. That's before I was told, no, don't do it. So, hang on. Fantastic. Brandon on Omaha. I was disgusted with this man. That, you know, it's a day of remembrance, and this was like on the 4th of June, and he's there with his friggin' swimming suit on, swimming costume. That was just wonderful to sit there and just watch what was going on. There's little Ben, where Hal came in. Shame we missed out the H at the top there, but by fate, wonderful. And think about it, I can't get my mind around the fact that if we can sit there and have a beer and that, and go back in that time of really, you know? I always think about this road as well that Hal went up, and I'm like, oh, bravery. Sixth of 6th, 2017, 6:30 a.m. Omaha Beach, Dog Green. Paying our respects to Hal and buddies. Mark, Brandon, 15, Ben. Look at this, shocking. Lose weight. It was an honour to pay our respects to such amazing men. Never seen Brandon, I should have said saw. Never saw Brandon so touched by the experience. He found it very hard to even smile. Hal Baumgarten, a great man. Is it? No. Can't remember the guy's name. He's still alive and he plays golf every day. Ben holding a message to Hal and buddies. Me on Omaha Beach. Yeah, I know. A cross remembering the fallen on Omaha Beach. The remembrance service held off Dog Green Sector, Omaha Beach, 2017, in memory of the brave who did make the supreme sacrifice 73 years ago, less than 40 meters away from where we stood. I wonder where you were when all this was being taken. That's what I wonder. God blimey, these men go back in time. Wasn't happy about this reenactment at all, because it's just not right, and they all sat up here and had a cigarette. Amazing photo. There's some photos in your life that are just amazing. It's one of my best photos I've ever taken. And then we pay our respects to other fallen. William Hoover Jr., 18th Infantry, 1st Division, so he would have been on the other side to the left of Hal. He saved his unit on the 6th of the 6th, 1944 by putting himself in the line of fire to distract the Germans and made the supreme sacrifice. Such a hero. I'll be sponsoring his grave until the day I leave this earth, and I always look after it. Always. Lawrence Johnson, Ben's hero. Told you about Ben. And he was overran on Point de Hoc the very next day, and I'm like, oh, there's a stone from Charlestown. That's Ben. Thanks, love, hero, Ben, Lawrence, sacrifice, freedom, remembered forever. And there's Brandon with his hero, James P. McConnell, who was 16th Infantry, 1st Division. But Brandon always visits James P. McConnell's resting place. And the amazing thing is, James P. McConnell's there, and William Hoover is literally over here. You've got to go back up past these bushes, just around, and he's just there. And Lawrence Johnson is right across the path on the other side, over this way. This is an amazing photo. This is Joe Van Iseren, and myself and Ben talked to Joe. I've got the picture somewhere. I wonder if I've put it in here, I'm not sure. But he was off Omaha Beach when Hal went up Omaha Beach. This guy here, Glenn Angle, flew planes, and we wrote to him, and he came back to us and see the cap. He gave us that cap because he said he could think of nobody better to look after his cat. He couldn't believe that people would care that much to send him fudge and drink and money and calendars and photos, mugs. But he's 94 there, Glenn's 96. Unfortunately, they've both passed away. But he was on the USS Murphy, and Glenn was a pilot, and he would have invaded Japan had the atomic bomb not been dropped. And here's a year later exactly. I'm a great believer in taking pictures like this, and then after, a year later. There's Sandy Martin Jr. We always visit Sandy Martin Jr. on the Wall of Remembrance. There he is, pictured early June 1944, body never found. He was in the Rangers. Vincent Killen. There's Vincent Killen. 18 years old, and was killed 2 weeks after this photo to the date. This was taken on the 7th of June. He died on the 21st of June. And I'm like, wow. And here we are, looking, we always look after his resting place too. That's me, 2015, same place. So I think I've worked it out that Vincent Killen was about here when this picture was taken. So I'm stood about there. And at one time, all this was just packed. And there I am, look. Just sat there. Win 65. Amazing. Because this guy here inspires me every day. And this guy here, that this guy thinks is his angel in his shoulder. Disappointed this one came out blurred, but if you look from a distance, it looks fantastic. This truly is, to me, I couldn't do anything better. And yeah, I know, before you told me, but I'm still proud that I did do that. I did it for me. But I did it for Hal and buddies, and you. Proud that the boys did this as well. They both wrote the buddies, and Brandon drew the sign, Ben did the buddies, and I did that bit. We went back to Omaha Beach on the 7th of June 2017 and made sure everyone could see why we were there. Such a proud moment to share with my boys. Rita, I hope this makes you proud and smile. I know it's difficult, but you got to be proud. These people up here, and it's a shame because see these? There's planes that flew, and they came right over, and my camera wouldn't work. Otherwise, I'd have had them about here, portrait, and it would have been amazing. Where we're stood is Dog Green Sector. In Hal's autobiography, it shows a photo of Hal standing where the Germans were firing the big gun. Hal was now behind, indicating where he arrived on D-Day, and the tide was out. There's the bridge, and I wonder. can find it. There. Always gets me, that photo, because I just look at Hal's face and you can just see the sadness, but we're stood about there with the tide out. It's amazing. Dog Green, how far left and below? View of Dog Green. There you are. Supporting your man, 100%. I think Hal had something wrong with his ankle, didn't he? He did something to his ankle? I'm not sure. I wish I was there. I just wish I was there to just shake your hands. This next picture on the right here is so meaningful, because Brandon had to go off and just walk, and he doesn't do that sort of thing normally. He's very strong. It says here, Cyrus held off Omaha Beach, above Brandon and Ben looking at the message we made on Omaha Beach, Dog Green. And above right, Brandon needed time out to be alone with his thoughts on Omaha Beach. Very proud of them both in the way they were so respectful. Omaha Beach, the museum. Chubby guy, cheeks. Good looking guy. Private Hal Baumgarten. Such an amazing write-up, an amazing story of survival. My inspiration. Brandon and myself finding Jewish outfit. 29th Division, the helmets. Sat on a wall. I think that's in Torquay. Sat there, been there, children have been there. There's just something about this history here. (4,306 miles, Rita. Something that I think that Hal, I put here, Dr. Hal did, and every day I think about you, Rita, and how lucky you and Hal are to have an eternal unity. I'm lucky enough to have met my eternal soulmate too, Sarah. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Now I filled up 2 jars of sand. Unfortunately they broke. I thank you for Hal's 29th Division coat, and on the next few pages you will see some very meaningful photos of myself and Alicia with the jars of sand and coat behind us. Also have an original dress jacket, which I was lucky enough to win on eBay. I bought it off eBay. These jackets will be looked after forever. Thank you so much for your trust and gift in sending me Hal's jacket. I will always have a sadness that Hal never got to see his gifts I sent you. It was supposed to be a great surprise for you both to start 2017. But no matter how much I send you, I know Hal is looking over and thinking, nice one, Mark. You to me are just as important as Hal, even though without Hal I wouldn't have found out about his heroism, but behind every good man is a great woman. Let me just prove that. And I take heart that Hal responded to me via email, and it's something that I will keep and read with a smile. I have a real passion for the heroism on D-Day and will pass it down through my family and pay my respects every year to Hal and his buddies. Be proud, Rita. I know that you are. And I treasure our friendship we have built and will keep you smiling as much as I can. We will raise a glass to Hal, you and his buddies, and will always be there on the 6th of June every year, 6:30 a.m, standing on Omaha Beach, paying my respects. It's the day where the world said no more, and young men fought for everyone's freedom and won. Good looking woman. Great looking guy. Great looking guy, great looking guy, great looking girl. And that there says the branch of the Veterans Association of the 29th Division. It's Ben on D-Day Beach, Omaha, sorry. Good looking guy. Unfortunately, one of these cut your hands. Lisa and myself, with 2 jars of the most priceless things, in fact, with 2 of the most priceless things I have, in fact, make that for Alicia, Hal's jacket, 29th Division is dress jacket, and the only 2 jars in the world collected Dog Green Sector 6 of the 6, 2017. Chunky boy, you know, good looking girl. But at least they're together there. Look. I know that I got them together. Yeah, whatever. Cheeky. And I think that was yours, because I've got that writing on the side of mine. So that's the one that broke. I had a spot that day as well. Since changed that and I got my wall cabinet up. That remains because it's the greatest picture that Brandon will ever take in his life. And there's the 29th Division dress jacket that I got on eBay, and one of the most priceless things in the world, just behind my wife and children, Hal's actual jacket. Far right, Alicia looking after the jacket. I have special suit covers for them both. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Last picture. This one says a lot, but I'm sure, as I've discussed, did I spell disgust right? I don't know if I spelled that right. I don't think I spelled that right. With you, Rita, that it was Hal sending a thumbs up sign to say that he's looking down with a smile. Hope you enjoy this book, Rita. I have one also again, making only 2 in the world. Priceless, lots of love, Rangi, Maxi, TBH, BT, KK, GG, CC, Wifey, Sarah, Rock, Eternal, Beast, Brandon, Ben, and Angel, Alicia. Eternal Soulmates, 100%. And I added that on the back. Eternal Soulmates.